Chandrika and Rabati are sisters. They live in a small, remote village in Nepal's Tarai region in the southeast of the country.
Why do you say class is so great?
We can learn. Ma'am is very friendly. She teaches us. We also laugh and play with her.
Rajini?
It's great because we learn to read, write, and lots of other things.
Chandrika and Rabati are the first women in their family who've ever been able to write their own name. The sisters belong to an untouchable caste called the Musahar. Even though untouchability was outlawed in Nepal many decades ago, the practice prevails throughout the country, and the Musahar continue to be ostracized and exploited, even among the other untouchables, the lowest of the low. A Musahar person is already thousands of dollars in debt by the time they are born, thanks to indentured labor, a form of modern-day slavery. Though other castes, even other untouchables, may own land, the Musahar are treated as non-citizens. They are kept landless and without access to critical services like education, commerce, water and sanitation, medical support, and voting. They are justifiably frustrated with grand talk by the government and well-meaning but out-of-touch NGOs.
The government says it will give us a pension if we can build a toilet, but how can we when we don't own land? When we send our children to school, they are sent back if they walk across land owned by someone else. This is the third time I have had to tell this story, and still there is no action.
The government is forcing us to make money to build a toilet, but they give us no assistance. You keep coming back and nothing happens.
Thanks to centuries of prejudice, exploitation, and exclusion from surrounding communities, they are trapped in remote, hard-to-reach areas with no transportation infrastructure. The Musahar are without question among the world's most politically marginalized, economically disadvantaged, and socially humiliated people. Nepalese teachers are of higher social status and see Musahar students as uneducable, especially the girls. Furthermore, they speak Nepali, but many Musahar only speak the local dialect, Maithili. In these circumstances, the official schools are seen as impractical and having little purpose.
No, I don't send children to school. Why should I send children to school when it's already very difficult to manage for food and shelter? I can't afford to buy basic supplies. If children arrive in dirty clothes, then they'll be sent back. If I'm able to sort out food for today, then I'm worried about tomorrow.
Musahar women are particularly disadvantaged. Most are married by age 10, and almost all have had at least 2 babies by 15. Only 3% can read or write. 97% are unable to write their own name. But these women are also among the world's bravest and most resilient, and are embracing a program that can change all that for good. This program, called Breaking the Bonds, is a 3-year intervention focused on changing the lives of young Musahar women like Chandrika and Rabati by giving them an education and empowering them to access employment. It was developed by the Musahar community itself, with organizational guidance and funding from Street Child. Street Child specializes in bringing education to the world's most marginalized children in the world's toughest places. Street Child works with local communities around the world to address the many reasons they can't go to school, including poverty and prejudice from those around them. After talking to the Musahar community about their needs for nearly 2 years, Street Child designed a program based on speed schools for skills education, workshops for rights education and empowerment, and community-facing advocacy. In a speed school, girls first spend 9 months learning to read and write, an accelerated curriculum of all the basic skills they desperately need to be economically independent: literacy, numeracy, leadership, and business management. After they complete this, they move into 6 months of workplace training and apprenticeships, or are given a grant and training to set up and run their own business. To help deliver this targeted curriculum, Street Child is building new school facilities within Musahar communities, close to home and staffed by trained teachers who believe in their Musahar students' potential to learn and succeed. These schools allow for genuine learning.
We talk about building back better. So you'll notice things like the ramps, for example, are designed to be able to cater to children with disabilities.
Seetli, Runa, and Dutri age 18, 16, and 18 respectively, are in the speed schools.
We hope that with an education we can set up our own small businesses. The only shops we have in our village are liquor shops run by men. By having our own businesses, we think we can set an example to our community and help change attitudes.
For many of the young women participating, this is their first ever educational experience. For others, it's their chance to return to the schooling they had before getting married and having children. Crucially, Street Child works closely with employers, government, community leaders, and teachers to open genuine opportunities for these women after they finish school. 60 local employers have already committed to employing Musahar women once they have the appropriate skills. Alongside the speed schools, Street Child and the Musahar established 15-month workshops focused on teaching life skills and rights awareness. Led by trained social workers from within their communities, the workshops are designed to be a safe space where girls can share experiences, build confidence and self-respect, and learn about important and relevant issues, including resisting gender-based violence and how to access political, economic, and legal resources. Finally, there's advocacy aimed at the surrounding communities and Musahar men themselves to challenge prejudice and build bridges so the Musahar can get a job, find a doctor, and participate in community decision-making. Street Child believes in the power of young people to change the world. Education is a fundamental human right and the surest pathway out of poverty. More than 120 million young people are out of school worldwide in places afflicted by poverty, disaster, conflict, and disease. Street Child brings education to these potential changemakers, empowering them to solve the issues their countries and communities face. Shaped by local needs and built on the solid foundation of grassroots energy, ideas, and support, the programs are working. So far, Street Child has helped 250,000 young people living in the world's toughest places go to school and learn to read and write for a brighter future. 94% of young people in programs such as Breaking the Bonds graduate successfully. This success is thanks to the spirit of those such as the Musahar women, and thanks to Street Child's generous supporters. This partnership is creating a new generation of adults with an awareness of their rights to education and the empowerment and skills to advance and protect those gains. A worldwide generation that now includes Chandrika and Rabati.